Shiva, 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 Shiva.
Friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So today we will discuss one more career, one more occupation, that how can we look at this career combination in someone's hand. How can, just by looking at someone's palm, we can get to know whether that this person is born to become a very good lawyer or not. So the way I do analysis is we need to first understand the archetype traits and the archetype the requirements which are expected out of this profession, and then we need to look at in the palm with the same matching traits. So let's say if I'm talking about an artist, so then artists need to be very creative. When I'm talking about someone who is who need to be into accountancy, then that person needs to be very good with his intellect and as well as very good with the numbers. So same is the case when we have to look at the lawyers. So basically and majorly we look on the traits of bravery, good oratory skills, and critical nature, and good judgmental power. So let's start. The first way, the approach which I follow is I always look at the broader shape of the hand, like the way it has been advised in our Hindu palmistry books, that you need to first look at the hand, the structure of the hand, the finger setting, the shape of the thumb, and the shape of the length of the palm, which is also known as the darshanam. You need to first look at the hand. Second is known as the sparshanam, so which is like you have to first touch the hand. You need to understand how resistant the mounts are, what is the temperature of the hand, because these things also tell a lot about someone's personality. And lastly, rekha vimarshanam, which is known as the analysis of the hand. So we'll start. The first thing which we need to look at the type of the hand. So in order to someone to become a good lawyer, the hand type needs to be of air type. So air hand people remains to be very intellectual, very good. Their communication skills need to remain to be very excellent. So what are the types of air hand types? So first thing is the eligibility for a hand to be of air type is that the palm should be square in shape. So the width of the palm and the length of the palm. So this width and this length, it has to be equal in shape. So that's first criteria. Second is about the fingers. So the fingers need to be longer. So when I say long fingers, it has nothing to do with your overall height. It is related to the you have to make a comparison with the broadness of the palm along with the length of the middle finger. So let's say in case if you'll find the length of the middle finger to be longer than the width of the palm. So let's say the width of the palm is, this width of the palm is 4 centimeter and the length of the middle finger is 7 centimeter or 6 centimeter. In those cases you can say that the fingers are long in the hand. So that remains to be first criteria. Second is then we have to narrow down, then we have to come down to the and we have to do the analysis of the fingers. So the short fingers represent the ability of quickly grasping things, and long finger represents analyzing things to a very analytical level. So any point of time you will find these fingers to be long as well as knotty. Like what I mean by knotty is like on these sides, on the sides of the fingers you'll find a little bit of bumps. So those bumps which makes it looks like a knot. So this is what I mean by knotty fingers, something like this. So you can easily see these kind of knots or bumps forming over here. So any point of time you will find fingers to be long, along with that prominent knots. So that would also indicate that this person has got very analytical bent of mind. Then the nails have to be short and square, because short nail represents your good critical nature. So that would also add on to the possibility of someone becoming a very good lawyer. Then comes the very most important part, that we need to give preference to the little finger. Our Jupiter finger tells about our index finger. This finger tells about our ambition, it tells about our confidence, desire for respect. This finger tells about our wisdom. Our ring finger tells about our artistic and creative abilities, and this finger, our little finger, tells about your communication abilities. So any point of time you'll find this ring finger to be long. When I say long, it means it should be at least above this knot of the ring finger. So if you'll find it something like of this shape, then this would indicate that this person has got good communicative and good convincing abilities. So to become a lawyer, you need to be very convincing, and this would fulfill that eligibility. One more thing, you also need to be a little bit diplomatic when it comes to the profession and occupation of lawyer. So any point of time you'll find this finger little bit crooked from the top and specifically bent towards the ring finger. So this would add the traits of diplomacy in the personality of this person. So something like this. So something like this. This would add to the diplomacy as a part of the inherent personality trait in this person's life. That remains to be one more criteria. Then the area which we need to give emphasis is the fingerprint patterns. I always give very deep emphasis to the fingerprint patterns, because these are the this is something which just tells about the core aspect of our personality. All these lines, everything remains to be like vulnerable and open towards getting changed with the change in our thought process, but these fingerprint patterns are unique in our hand. So you need to know a little bit about the fingerprint patterns as well. So majorly they are like the commonly found patterns on the fingertips are, this is our vole. Vole tells about our assertiveness, our expertise, someone who is born to do someone who will do very good in business. So that is being seen from the pattern of vole. Then comes the another pattern which is known as our arch. Arch pattern tells about our manual skills. Then comes another pattern which is known as the loop. Loop tells about someone who has got the ability to do very good in the teamwork. And then lastly comes the pattern of which is our composite. So composite means you will find something like this. So composite print pattern, which can be seen as the two loops in a inverted and opposite in direction. So if you'll any point of time you'll find this kind of composite print pattern specifically on the index finger and on the little finger. So something like this. So this would tell the arch type qualities that are associated with composite print pattern is that these people would remain to be very, their perspective towards life remain to be very open to all the angles. So all those people who are like in judiciary or who have got very good analytical bent of mind, and they always give preference to both side of the any kind of situation. So these are the people who have this kind of composite print pattern. So having a composite print pattern on your index finger and the little finger would also accentuate the qualities of becoming a very good lawyer. Now comes the part of the our palm. So the first thing which we need to emphasize is the headline. Headline tells about our mental abilities, our ability to comprehend things, our ability to understand things, our intelligence. All that is being seen from our headline. So any point of time you'll find this headline first of all to be little bit separated from the lifeline, because this would make the person very brave, and this line to be straight on the palm. So this would indicate that, so something like this. First criteria is our headline is separated from the lifeline. Another is this line is straight on the palm and ending on a fork. So this would also indicate the heightened analytical ability and thinking ability in the part of the personality of a person. And one more thing, if you need to even check whether this person is born to be, or this person would become a very good criminal lawyer, or this person would become a very good civil lawyer, let's say. So any point of time you'll find the mount, both the mounts of the palm. This is our inner mount of Mars, and this is our outer mount of Mars. This tells about our, our physical strength. This tells about our mental strength. So you have found the headline to be going straight towards the upper mount of Mars, ending in a fork. This would indicate that this person could become a very good criminal lawyer. At any point of time, you'll find this headline little bit bending towards the mount of the moon, then this person could become a very good civil case lawyer. So that also remains to be one more criteria. Another is, any point of time you'll find the fate line. This is our fate line. Any one branch heading towards the index finger. So this would also indicate, fame and success in the profession, and especially in a profession where you need to have very good judgmental skills. So this would also indicate in the same direction. So this is how we do analysis in palmistry, and no analysis can be completed without giving emphasis to the condition and state of the thumb, which is known as the soul of our hand. It tells about our will, our determination. No matter how strong the adversities are, how negative the situations and circumstances are, but whether we have the ability to put a cork, put a lid onto those negative situations, are being seen from the state of the thumb. So any point of time, you'll find this thumb to be firm, as well as the second flange to be longer. Our first flange tells about our will, our second flange tells about our logic. And because in this profession you need to be very logical, so apart from the headline, you also give equal emphasis to the second flange. So any point of time, second flange is longer. So this is my second flange of the thumb. So any point of time, you will find this second flange to be longer compared to the first flange. So this would also mean that this person has got very good logical ability, which will increase his potential to become a good lawyer and succeed in that profession. So any kind of analysis done via meta science, whether it's astrology or it's palmistry, it tells about your inherent personality traits, not what is the governing profession or occupation in that particular point of time. Rather, it tells about those traits which you carry, and if you'll pursue that occupation, so not only it would bring success but also give you full contentment in the life. So this is how we do analysis in palmistry. I hope I made myself very clear. For further more updates and notifications on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.